Okay, so in this video, what I'm going to be doing is just showing you how there's some, well, this particular Hebrew Israelite, or that's what they call themselves, and there's other people who are like him. What they do is they will talk like they're scholars and come up with, these like seemingly scholarly articles, but then what they're actually telling you is just actually a load of rubbish, and that you can actually work out this rubbish yourself by just using your brain and actually going and doing the research. So what I'm going to do is just show you, well, you're going to listen to some of what he says, and I'm going to show you the Bible verses that he uses, and then show you why he's wrong about what he's saying about them. So if you listen to this little part that he says,
parenthetical statement. They are merely set apart to make an entire passage read more clearly. That's all it is. So it's not like, okay, I'm going to add this word and we're going to claim it to be part of the original text. No. Again, the parentheses lets you know it's not part of the original text. We're just trying to bring it home with the English language. That's it. Okay, so let's go back to the slides.
Right. So what you just said there is that essentially what this is about is that he's saying that these parts where it's got the brackets, whatever's inside it, he's trying to tell you that this isn't a part of the original text. So let's go to his first example.
So let's go into other scriptures briefly, just to give an example of what that would look like. So when you look at Luke chapter 3, verse 23, it says, and Yahushua, Jesus himself, began to be about 30 years of age.
Remember, it doesn't say Yahushua in the original Greek. So already he's adding to what's being said anyway. So,
being, now it says what? Parentheses, as was supposed, close parenthesis, the son of Joseph. Now this right here, this verse right here is where a lot of Christians and even non-Christians that just believe in the virgin birth overall, this is where they get tripped up, because they take these words in parentheses as was supposed to say, oh, supposedly Christ was the son of Joseph, but he really wasn't, because it was supposed that he was, but he wasn't, because he came from virgin birth, right? But when you add the history in context and say, hold up, but those words in parentheses were not there in the original verse.
So you heard what you said there. Those words in the brackets, they're not in the original, in the original text. And of course, they say this because most Hebrew Israelite groups believe that Jesus came about by sort of normal intercourse with Joseph, which of course then destroys him being sort of directly from the Father. And so you can see here it says Luke 3:23. So let's see. He says these words, as was supposed, are not in the original Greek. So let's find out. So this is Luke 3:23. So this King James, as you can see, it says, and Jesus himself began to be about 30 years of age, being, as was supposed, the son of Joseph. So notice, it's got it in the brackets. But notice these other translators don't put it in brackets. Okay, English Standard does, You Living doesn't, You International doesn't, and You King James has the brackets. So notice a lot of them don't have brackets. And here's the thing, there's a reason why. So now, to show you that this guy is talking nonsense, we're just going to click up here where it says, let's go interlinear. And so notice for here, where it's got as was supposed, there's actually Greek letters here. Hos enos mizito Yosef. See, as was supposed of Joseph. So it's actually in the original Greek. So now he might jump up and say, oh, no, this is just a Bible hub, blah, blah, blah. So let's check this out. So let's go to actual Greek. And so these are all the words, so each individual word. But the reason why, so remember, that as supposed of Joseph, is these three words, is Hos enomizeto Yosef. So was evois to Yozo. So we're looking for these three words. So let's check out these manuscripts. So these are all the manuscripts. So here it is, what Yoto. So these, look, there they are, the three words that this Hebrew Israelite supposed scholar says is not in the original text. And guess what? It is. So this is the original Greek. It's there. It's there again. It's there again. It's there again. Yeah, there. See, actually, funny enough, there's textual variance. There's an extra word that she added there. So I'm not sure what that word, the VO. I think I know what that word means. My Greek ain't so hot there. Yeah, alright, so I'm not going to be trying to do Greek lessons here. But as you can see, all these different variations of manuscripts, they've got the Yosef there. This part is Yosef in Greek. So there you have it. So this guy is just talking complete nonsense, and this is why I'm saying it's a fairy trail. If you follow this guy, you're going to end up wherever. If he ends up in fire, you're going there with him. So let's go on to the next one.
Now it makes later him to 20th world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come, when you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation.
Oh, the audio breakouts. That's actually him. That's not me.
Spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Parenthesis, whoso readeth, let him understand. So when you take that part out, it just says, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place, then let them which be in Judea.
So he's saying that's not there. So let's find out. So this is Matthew 24. That's 14. Yeah, so so let's jump to the next one. See, let the reader understand. Reader, pay attention. Let the reader understand. So you can see some of them don't bother with the brackets. And guess what? There's a reason why. So let's jump straight to the Greek. And you know what's going to be the case in all of them. So I'm showing you all of them anyway, just to show you how this guy is a waste of time. See, it says the reading lets him understand. So it's o anaginosokon noeto. And that sounds Eastern European, isn't it? So it's the last three words we're looking for. This, or, that. So let's see what the old... And as we know, as you can expect, or, long word, vioto. So there you go. So you see, in the Greek manuscripts, it's there. But you knew this was going to be the case anyway. I mean, how could it be anything otherwise? Because when you listen to these deceiving so-called Hebrew Israelites, they're just a waste of time, as you can see. So even though you know what the end result is going to be, I want to go through each one anyway. So let's go for the next one.
Him see complete the sentence, and why I pulled out this little article. It said, behold, to England was search it up. I know the scripture. It's a little hard to understand, like Peter told us. If you don't understand the Paul's letters, it's to your own destruction. Right? So check this out.
Yeah, just like these Hebrew Israelites.
Brothers and sisters, we in 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 1 through 2. Well, through 3. Let's read through 3, right? We then, as workers, now you see the word as in what? In italics, right there. If you take that word out, we then.
Yeah, he's talking about italics. So let's just get that just to show what he's talking about. So as, so it's 2 Corinthians 6 and 1. Yeah, it says that as and with him are in italics. And so we'll show you why. If you go to the Greek, you find those words just aren't there, essentially. Easiest way is just go down King James and see. We then as workers together with him. See, as workers together with him. So that's not, with him. See, with him beseech. So what they're doing is, so it's together and beseech. That's what we're looking for. See, working together. Yeah, anyway, it's hard to, because what it is, those words aren't actually there. But anyway, let's continue to see what he says.
And workers together. Now they added with him just so you reader understand, right? It's with a certain individual, right? But we don't need that to understand that. They put it anyway. However, let's keep reading. Beseech you also that ye receive not the grace of God in vain. Now watch this. The whole verse 2.
Yeah, watch this.
Is in parentheses. But a person would read verse 2 as if it's in the original Greek text.
Alright, so let's not waste time. He thinks verse 2 is not in the original Greek text, so let's find out. It's easy enough, isn't it? So this is 1. Let's press click to number 2. And so this good old Greek says, he says, for in a time acceptable I listened to you, and in a day of salvation I helped you. Behold now, time of favor. Behold now, day of salvation. So let's see. I've heard in the day of salvation. Behold now is accepted time. Behold now. Yeah, so.
And it's not. So the whole verse 2, brothers and sisters, was the translators adding that in there.
And that's a super lie. So you heard that lie from the guy, because guess what? We scroll down. Oh, look, actual Greek. See? 6 and 2 Greek New Testament, and these are all the manuscripts that is in. Amazing, isn't it? So here we have a poor old Hebrew Israelite, and he just has no clue what he's talking about. He's done this whole video all this time, sat down, done it, and he's essentially talking about nonsense. And anyone who's sat there listening to him, it's unfortunate for them as well, that they had to listen to his nonsense as well, and didn't even bother trying to research. And let's just get this out of the way, because I don't really want to hang around on this too long. So let's go to the last one.
3, it was talking about understanding doctrines, it being critical, but they don't make sense. If we have any more questions, now we understand what Matthew 6:32 is talking about. If the brothers listen, I hope you understand now, brother. If you have any more questions, hit me in the text. You already know what it is. We need more extensive details. I could do that next class.
So this is. So notice the next class. I'll tell you, don't go to any classes of this guy. There's no point. So this is Matthew 6 and 32. This is the last one. So of course, what he's saying is where it says, for after all these things do the Gentiles seek. So let's see. You know already what the end result is. So these ones don't bother with the brackets, and you know why. So King James has got the brackets, because what it's trying to say is that it's not a part of the standard text flow. That's the reason the brackets are there. Not because it's not in the Greek. That's the whole point. So the writer of the original Greek put that in to show that, see, this is what was said. And I don't know if roughly things, because I think what he's trying to say is that this isn't what. Well, anyway, I don't want to go there by saying about the red letters. But the main thing is that when we go to the good old Greek, of course we see there, so for these things the Gentiles seek after. So there's your words. Pantagarau ta ethni. So ethni of the Gentiles. That's what we're looking for. Ethni is quite easy to spot because that big O. So it's ta, io, whatever. So we go to the manuscripts. And guess what? There's that lovely words with the big io for the Gentiles there. It's not hard to spot, is it? That, I mean, this big chunky O thing. There's no way you can miss that. So navta yap tauta. I know this isn't how you pronounce Greek, but I'm just looking at it like the English letters. So navta yap tauta ta iovn. That's these ones up here. All for these things the Gentiles seek after. So the seek after is this long word here. As you can see, each of these manuscripts is in all of them. Ain't that a surprise? Because this big chunky O is there in all of them, as you can see. So there you have it. So this is all this video is for, just to show you that these Hebrew Israelite scholars, waste of time. So whenever they tell you something, always double check it, because if it's some guy who doesn't really know what they're talking about, and this guy is on his way to the fire, if you listen to what he's saying and really believe it, then you're going to follow him into the fire as well. It's as simple as that.